Hello everyone. This is part 4 video, how to create the sample form design with FlatLaf. So in this part we going add the employee profile picture. For file chooser we using JNA file chooser, so it make the user easy to select the image. So after save we have employee with profile picture display in table, so this is we custom cell render with picture box. And we can edit the profile. So here new library that we will use in this project. Thumbnail later, used to create image thumbnail, so we can resize the image and reduce the file size. This for JNA file chooser, uses the native file chooser with this library. And this for picture box, we can display round image or avatar image. So here library that I download. This picture box library, and this swing JNA file chooser, with JNA library. And this for thumbnail later, so you can get all jar file from this project that I have public on my GitHub. For link please check in description this video. So now copy jar file to the NetBean project. Then go to NetBean and select add jar library. And we have new SVG icon, copy it to icon package. Now go to form create, we going to design the profile selection, to allow user upload the profile picture. Create new JPanel for background. Then go to create style to this panel. We use FlatLaf style client properties. First set border style. And for background we set as the text area background. So now run it. Here we get the same style like text area, but the frame height too small, so we need resize more frame size. And resize this text area. Now run again. So next we going to create picture box. Set layout to this panel as border layout. And go to picture box library. Here move the picture box class to the panel. Change variable name to pic. And change layout this picture box to free design. Create new toolbar into this picture box. Then add to button, for browse image and delete image. And for this toolbar we need remove the background, by set opaque to false. So in this browse button, we show the file chooser for user select the image, so we use JNA file chooser. And we add filter for image. We set PNG and JPG, but you can add more image extension here. Then show this file chooser, and we need window parent, so we can use method swing utilities to get the parent window. And then we get the file that user selected. And set it to picture box. Now we can run test. Here we can select image, but we need create round border to this picture box. We can use method set picture box render and new with default picture box render. And override method render. And use method create round to create the round shape. Use method UI scale and set it 10 for round border. So now the image have round, and next we clear the image when click button delete. Just set new image to this picture box. We use the SVG icon. Here profile icon that we has copy, so we can use it. And we scale this icon to 5. So this profile icon we need set to this picture box by default, so copy this code to here. Here we see the profile that we set, now browse for image. And we can delete. So next we going to create the model image and change the class model employee. And we also need add field profile in database. So first create new model profile in new other package. In this class we need field icon and file path. Encapsulation both field. And create constructor, this for initialize file path. And this constructor for byte array, we use this constructor when we get image data from database, so we can convert this bytes array to icon object. And one more constructor for initialize the icon object. So next go to add this model profile to class model employee. We add new field here. Encapsulation it. And regenerate new constructor here. Here new profile that we added. Then go to database and add field profile. For data type we use long blob. Now save it, so here we have new profile field in this table. So in form create it will error with model employee because we need field profile object. Create new model profile here. And after user select the image, we can initialize this profile object with the file path. And set the profile object to model employee here. And for delete image, we set it to null. And in method load data here, when user edit the employee, we need show the image that user edit to the picture box, by initialize new profile object. And set the icon from employee profile. Then check if profile icon not null, we set it to picture box. Then go to service employee, we need get the image profile. We can use method get bytes for field profile. And copy it to method search. And in method create we need add field profile. Here when profile object is not null, we use method setBytes. And here when user do not select the profile, so we set null. For this we need convert the image file path to bytes array, for insert it to the database. So create new method as getBytesImage. And we need file path. Create buffered image object. And use thumbnails class to resize the image and reduce the file size. We resize image width to 500. And set output quality 70%. Then use method as buffered image, but it error because this method has throw error IO exception. So we can use throws in this method here. Then create byte array output stream. We use finally to close the stream object. Here new this object. Then use class ImageIO to write the buffered image to stream object. And here create bytes array, and get byte array from the stream by use method to byte array. Then return this bytes data. So we can call this method here. And we also need to throw IO exception in this method. Now run it. Here we create success, and we go check in database. Here we see the data in field profile. So next we update the method edit. First we need check is user edit profile or not. So user edit profile when profile is null or profile path is not null, profile null it mean user remove the profile, and path not null it mean user change the profile. And we use this to create the SQL query, so we have two query, one for update with profile and one for update without profile. Now copy this query and change to SQL. This for update without profile, and this for update with profile, so we need add field profile in this query. Then check is edit profile here. This when user edit, so we can copy code here. And change employee ID parameter to 8. And we also need to throw IO exception in this method. Now run it. Now we change to new profile. Data update success, so we can click edit again. Here we see new profile updated. Now we can remove it. Now edit again, here now this employee not have profile, and we can check in database, now it null. And we update back to this profile. So we see the profile data. So now we update employee information without change the profile. Here data update. So next we going to display the profile picture in this table. By go to table package, we create new JPanel for table cell. And we will design this panel to show as table cell. First create the picture box. And create two JLabel for name and location. And we set to resizable at the top gap and bottom gap. So when we resize the component, the picture box and label keep center of this panel. So in this panel constructor we need parameter model employee and font object to make this label font same as table font. Here set this font object to both label and set employee name to label name and employee location to label location. And for label location we set FlatLaf style to change the foreground color. We set as the label disabled foreground color. And set profile image to this picture box. We need check is icon not null. Now we can use this panel to custom table cell. So for this table we need remove the location column, because we add the location with the column profile and name. And for column name we need increase the width. And go to model employee we remove location in method to table row. So next we going to create custom class table cell renderer. By create new class as profile table renderer. Then implements this class from table cell renderer. And create constructor. And then we need create table cell renderer object for old cell renderer. And we need one parameter for table. So we can get old cell renderer from this table. Next override method get table cell renderer component. Then get component renderer from the old cell renderer. We do this to get the default FlatLaf style. Then create table cell profile. For parameter we have model employee and component font. Set background color to this cell profile. Then return this cell. So now go to main class. We need change table row height to 70. And set profile table renderer class to this table. So we set to column index 2. Now run it. Here we have profile picture but we need create the round border image. Go to class table cell profile. We need custom this picture box render. Here we override method render to create shape. So here we use superellipse generator, and we can test here. Now click here to get the source code. Here we need copy this superellipse 2D class. And for this superellipse project, I will put link in description this video. We create new package as utils. Then copy all this code. And go back to this, and now we can create this superellipse 2D shape here. For eccentricity value we use 3, and then call method getShape. So here we get the round border image. Thank you everyone for watching. See you next video.